Sometimes all it takes for me to help me feel a little bit better is seeing people doing something good. One person, a group of people, two people. That's a big group of people collectively trying to do something better for themselves. Help their health, run club, or trying to meet people. It's such a good way to be community-oriented people, is just join a club or a group. And that's what they have there. It's like at least 100 people running together on a Monday night, the worst day of the week. Who labeled it that? Somebody doesn't enjoy life. It's just a day. One of 7. One of, I don't know. One of 52 of 365. And, I don't know. I didn't have a great day. I didn't have an amazing day now. Now I'm having analysis paralysis on what to do about it. Do I go to the YMCA? Do I go play tennis? The tennis court's closed. I wanted to play tennis with Will Urton and then jump in the lake. Can't, though. So now do I just go to the spring and jump in the spring? There's like a million things. I don't know. I just got to pick one and do it and stick to my guns. I forgot to say welcome to America. Welcome to America. They're still running. By the flocks. By the droves. Look at them. There's whites now, too. The whites have entered. Everyone's running. Which is cool. A big group of different but like-minded people, looks like. If I had to guess. I don't know them, but just seeing them makes me feel good. Jesse Itzler is quickly becoming my favorite person to listen to. He's like the most relatable to me person online I've found yet. An entrepreneur who just does incredible things and has been a part of so many wild circumstances, which is how I feel in my life. But I've made those circumstances, and so did he. And I like that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys soon, probably. That's freaking sick. There's hundreds and hundreds of people, way more than I thought. I wonder if that's like a every week occurrence or a one-time thing. I don't know. That's dope. Jesse Itzler, the guy I was just talking about, and welcome back, by the way. We're back pretty quick. Lately, a lot, I've been seeing him talk about, dang it, I missed the light. I've been seeing him talk about making time for yourself and how important it is to do things you want to do. Because if you don't do things you want to do, you're going to get mad at other people because you didn't do what you want to do. Everyone might not experience that, but I kind of do experience that a lot. I do a lot of stuff. Sometimes one day for me is a lot of things happening and a lot of good things, but I make it like that. And I need to sometimes. Like I have to feel myself in my brain with good things. It's very important for me to feel good, for my sanity, for my functioning of Jake. And I've never heard somebody talk about it before until Jesse Itzler came on the scene and started doing that. And I just understand him. And stuff he talks about relates to my life well. And there's overlap, and I like that. I just had a twofer. 2 good interactions for $4. Went to there's a moth in my car. I'm gonna bleep that location out actually. I went swimming at a spring and I didn't feel great today. I think I told you guys that already. And apparently some other people didn't either. I got to the spring and I ran down. I'm like, feels good to be back. And right where I usually dive in or jump in, there's a kid sitting there on the seawall just dangling his legs in. And I just said, what's up, dude? And then I jumped in. I dove and sprawled out as I do. Came up and I saw him getting ready to jump in. He was bone dry. He's like, you know what? I'm going to jump in too. Why the heck not? I'm never going to be back here. And I was like, why not? He was like, well, just probably never will. I was like, heck yeah. He jumped in. And then we just started talking. Yeah. And turns out his name was Guy. And I was like, people used to call me Guy Hutchison because I fished a lot. He was from Georgia. He's here camping and selling. He's building a pool cleaning or sales startup with his friend. And they're on the road selling. And we got to talking. He was like, dang, dude. Thanks. I don't know. I saw you jump in and I jumped in. And it feels incredible. He was like, this feels so good. I never do this. I was like, yeah, dude. Jumping in the water feels good. And when one person jumps in, it causes a domino effect, and everyone jumps in. And one person jumps in, they feel good. When the next person jumps in, they feel good. The more people that feels good, the better, and it compounds. And it's all from jumping in the water. We talked for a while, and it was a pretty cool conversation. And at one point, I was like, let's go to the spring head. And he was like, what's that? And I was like, well, that's why you're here, right? And he's like, no. I was like, oh, well, this is a big swimming hole, but there's a spring over here where the water comes out of. And he's like, oh, no way. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just a state park. I was like, no, come on, let's go. I kind of showed him around there. And I was like, I noticed you were just kind of sitting there. Were you in your head? He was like, yeah, I was. He said they didn't have a great sales day, and he was just thinking, like, what do we do wrong? Do we have to change something? This, that. He's on the road all day, stuck with his partner in the car, his business partner in the car. And he's just in his head. And jumping in the water and then talking to someone just breaks you out of it. He was like, yeah, dude, I just jumped in the water and everything went away. I'm just in the water. And I was like, yes. That is life. That is water. That is what jumping in the water does. And that is why scientists created the JPD scale so many years ago. Because the more times you jump in the water, the better it is for you and the better your head feels. And it just got proved there, like, not tenfold, because it happened one time, onefold. One's all you need to prove a point. And it was just so cool to see somebody. He was so appreciative. He was like, man, Jake, you're a cool guy. This is crazy. I'm like, this is my life, bro. Like, I make myself happy often. I do things I like to do quite often. And I like doing that, and it's good for me, and it's necessary. And why would you not? I understand there's responsibilities, and I'm so blessed. But I've worked really hard to be blessed. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it does. Like, I've been working for 10 years now. I've been knowing where I'm going and why I'm going to where I'm going for a long time as well. I don't know if 10 years, maybe 8, maybe 7, but a long time. And that has helped me get here to where I can be 24, pay all my own bills, and be able to leave work and go jump in this spring and still be working towards my future and still be having good relationships with people, good friends, not saving much money. But I live. And that was Guy. And there's probably more that I forgot, but I got a lot of it on video, and it'll be on my Instagram at hutch.jake. It was really cool just seeing somebody live what I preach. It's really good for you to get in the water and to talk to people. That was only half of it. Just being able to talk to somebody you didn't know freely. He's not answering to his mom. Guy, what are you doing? You're making the right decision. You're going off to Florida. Shouldn't you just get a job? He's not talking to his girlfriend. Guy. He's not talking to any of his friends. He's just talking to somebody just freely. And it's good for you to talk to people you know and people you don't know alike. And that's the story of Guy at the spring. And then I walked to my car, and there's a dude parked next to me putting his bike away. I'm like, yo, did you just bike this trail? He's like, yes, I did. And he talked to me for like 10 minutes all about it. He was fired up on it. He couldn't stop talking about it in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. And he was from somewhere else. He had a Hispanic accent, and it was cool. And he also said, he warned me of the dangers. Like, there's wild boar, bears, rattlesnakes. His friend even got lost here for 3 days, which seems impossible. But I guess it's not. He was like, you really learn to respect the park and the forest and the nature because you think you know it, and then you realize you know nothing. 3 days. And if you know the park I'm at, you know that seems impossible. But it happened. And it can happen to me or you or obviously him. So, I don't know. He had a lot of respect for nature. He was like, you can ride in the neighborhood, sure. God, I hope this is all in focus. I can't tell if it is. This is gonna suck if this isn't in focus. He was like, sure, you can bike in the neighborhoods, but you don't hear the birds. There's different birds out here, and every season there's different sounds and different colors. You can take the same course over the course of a year, and there's different things to see. That's cool. Life's cool. Outdoors are cool. Being in nature is good. Being in nature with those you love is better. Jump in the water. It's good for you.